Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Hashtag BCG Daily. So going back to the format of doing a little bit of an update on news, there hasn't been a lot going on, so that's why I've been doing other stuff like interviews with people, chats with people, and also some other topics and stuff. And I've got some more lined up, so stand by, more of those coming your way. Make sure that you're subscribing to this channel and to all of my social media channels. This is Hashtag Brown Car Guy, and on YouTube, of course, make sure you hit the bell notification icon so you get updates every time I upload one of these videos. Also browncarguy.com, and there's somewhere else where you can get some very exclusive piece of content. I'll tell you about that at the end of this video. So what I'm going to talk about is the British Motor Show. So way back in November, I went to a press conference, a press event in fact, for the relaunch of the rebooted British Motor Show. It was very exciting. I was getting very excited because it was all of the elements that I've always wanted in a motor show to save the motor show, because you know motor shows are in decline all over the world. And when I was sitting there listening to what they were planning with the live action stuff and the special events that were going on, and you know all of the amazing stuff, I was like, yeah, that's the show that I envisaged. That's the show, in fact, that I even pitched to an organization once in Dubai. It never happened, but that was my plan. So I was really excited about that. Fully looking forward to going to it August this year. And then of course, you know, COVID-19 coronavirus happens, and virtually every major event, never mind car events, and certainly all car events, big and small, have been cancelled or postponed. So that's that. So the other thing is that, of course, a lot of the events are getting moved forward into next year, and it was kind of inevitable that the organizers of the British Motor Show had to make that decision. Better to make it sooner rather than later, especially considering the scale of the show that's now going to be at the Farnborough International Expo Centre, and that it was a good idea to move it to next year, and that's what they've done. However, there is some good news. By the way, that's 19th and 21st of August next year. And if you did book tickets already to that show, because I know they went on sale pretty much at the beginning of the year, if not the end of last year, they will be valid for next year's show. And something else, which I'll come to now, because there is some good news. There was going to be a spin-off show or spin-off offshoot of the British Motor Show that was going to take place at the end of next year, which was called Cars and Christmas. What they've done is they've actually brought that forward to the end of this year, and there's going to be two of them. There's going to be one for our region here in the south, so we're straight back to the Farnborough International Expo Centre, and that's scheduled for 28th and 29th of November this year, and then there's going to be a second edition of that, which is for the northern region. They haven't confirmed the venue yet, but that will be December 5th and 6th of December. By the way, there's also a classic car event, a very well-known classic car event that actually has just today, I've just seen the release, announced that they will be having their event this year. So that's another bit of news. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. First, back to Cars and Christmas. So again, I was mentioning those tickets, and now because it's very likely that the social distancing rules might still be in place for pretty much most of this year, so to allow for that, although you know you can buy tickets, I believe now online for Cars and Christmas at the British Motor Show website. I'll put all the links below, and I'll put the link to my previous article about the launch of the original show, and also my current article about what's going on now, all below in the description. If you already had bought tickets for the motor show for August for this year, not only are they valid for next year, but you're also entitled to complimentary tickets for Cars and Christmas. So that's kind of cool, isn't it? So what is Cars and Christmas? So Cars and Christmas is like a smaller version of the main motor show, so it won't be as grand as that, but we'll have a lot of the elements that were planned for that. So including a live action arena. And in there, Paul Swift, who was scheduled to be at the main motor show, will be there doing precision driving stunts and whatnot, all kinds of drifts and fun stuff going on over there. There will be celebs being interviewed there. There will be supercar parades, classic car parades, there'll be motorsports action going on. There'll be quizzes and interactive stuff going on. Aside from that, there will be as was originally planned, there will be an opportunity for under 17-year-olds to get driving lessons, so on site. So you'll be able to do that, and you'll be able to drift a BMW, which is what I did when I went to the press conference. And I'll put the link to that full video below, because that was a lot of fun, and you'll be able to do that. So that's still going ahead, so that's kind of cool. In addition to that, there will be a Christmas-themed marketplace. Of course, there would be. It's a festive event, so it's a festive family. They're promising a fun, festive event for all the family over Christmas which is what you'd expect, right? And in this special marketplace, there will be obviously food and drink, there will be gifts, there'll be toys, there'll be all kinds of stuff, but also classic car stuff and all of that sort of thing. So you'll be able to meet people, and also classic car clubs will be there. So there's a lot going to be going on, and I think that after, well, pretty much what's going to be a year of no car events, including this summer, which is looking to be, weather-wise, a great summer so far. The weather's already really looking spectacular, and sadly, it's going to be an event where it's going to be a summer season where there aren't going to be any of the car events that we normally expected. So I guess there's going to be a lot of pent-up demand. So I guess this will be an opportunity for everybody to get out there and maybe, reconnect with car people, but also to enjoy cars, take in cars, all of that sort of stuff. In addition to this, the British Motor Show for next year, already a massive scale thing. Like I said, I'll put the link to the original article below in the description about all the things that they were going to do. But now that they've got more time, they're getting even more ambitious and they're planning even more things. So now they've included another supplementary side event to that main event, which they're calling Retro Electric Live. And you can guess from that title what that's about. And that's pretty much, as you would have imagined, classic cars that have been converted to run on electric power, which seems to be a growing trend. Not sure quite yet how I feel about that. I did do a video at the London Classic Car Show, I think it was earlier this year, with some people who specialize in doing that. And I was still in two minds about it, even though they had a Ferrari there that does burnouts, and the 308 or 328 it was. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's kind of like, well, if you have a classic car that doesn't have an engine and you're trying to recover it, rescue it, then sure, go ahead. But if you're going to rip out a perfectly good ICE internal combustion engine to replace it with electric motor, I shudder a little bit at that. Anyway, that's going to be there, so that's going to be interesting. Now, that's for next year. The Cars and Christmases for this year. Also for this year, like I said, just announced, literally, I've just seen the press release now, Saloon Privé. Saloon Privé have announced that they have reopened ticket bookings, and they are going to go ahead in September this year, 23rd to 26th September 2020. That's here at Blenheim Palace. That's a very high-end classic car event. I didn't do it last year because I went to the Hampton Court event instead, which was on the same weekend, I think. I was thinking of going to this one, but I don't know, it's a little bit snooty because I was reading their press release and they was like, we will be attracting the right crowd without the crowds. This is their thing. So I don't know if I'll be welcome to some. I don't know if the brown car guy will be welcome to stuff like that. But anyway, the idea is that they're already an exclusive event without too many people, too many crowds. So they'll be able to ensure social distancing and, keeping the proles out. I think that's what they're intimating. But anyway, that's an event. Aston Martin have confirmed, Ferrari have confirmed, Rolls-Royce, Bugatti, Lamborghini, a lot of the guys. Again, all these classic car events are not just here but around the world have been cancelled. So even the manufacturers probably and manufacturer representatives are champing at the bit, so to speak, to get out to such events as the Blenheim Palace event, and it's all very posh and very, you'll have a cup of tea and all of that sort of thing, But anyway, so that's what's going on. Let me know if you know of any events that are going on, and maybe I'll include them in the next update. So anyway, like I said, make sure you're subscribing to this channel, make sure you hit that bell notification icon, and follow me on all social media. Just follow #BrownCarGuy, that's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course, browncarguy.com. And whilst we're here, go check out patreon.com/Shazad Sheikh. On there, there's an exclusive piece of content. I've written a kind of parody sequel to the original Cannonball Run movie, and if you can, support me on that channel. If not, continue to like, share, subscribe, and comment to all of my content. That's much appreciated, and I'll see you again soon.